This Saturday, broadcast live on ESPN Plus. The Middleweight Championship will be spotlight as we get a chance to take another look at Janibek as he takes on Bentley for the Wbo Middleweight Championship. Let's talk. In boxing, one thing is certain. There's always the next man up in championship boxing. And when you think about that, you have to consider all of the top elite high caliber fighters that are in the sport not competing against one another with so many titles that are floating around. It gives opportunity for people that you do not necessarily know or have laid eyes upon to finally get a chance at not only a championship title shot, but a little bit of the stardust. That's what's going to take place this Saturday, November 12th, as Janibek takes on Bentley for the WBO Middleweight Championship. The WBO title was held by Demetrius Andrade, who, after long bouts of inactivity and seemingly can't make deals to fight quality caliber opponents or the familiar names that are at the top of the division, he vacated for not wanting to defend against Janibek. Well, this is Janibek's opportunity. The 29-year-old from Kazakhstan is a southpaw fighter who is on the move. With his record of 12-0 and 8 KOs, he's on a fast track toward a championship. And because of lack of name in the sport and the threat of his abilities, Andrade chose to vacate. Well, I don't necessarily agree with that, because Andrade is the type of fighter that he needs someone to prove his wares against. And one thing about Janibek is he's a powerful fighter. He's also a southpaw who is a hunter, good body puncher, solid strong shots, usually breaks his men down, kind of like a shrunken down Arthur Bitterbeef. But this is the thing, Janibek wants to be active. He wants to fight frequent as possible. And so this opportunity is something that he just couldn't pass up. So in steps an opponent who many still may not know of, but he's from the UK, and that is Bentley. Bentley is a fighter that is an orthodox fighter with a record of 17 victories, 1 loss, 1 draw. He has 14 KOs on his record. Now, because he's not well known, that doesn't mean that he can't box, but he's going to be in very tough against Janibek. So what we have to learn about Denzel's performance in facing Janibek is how good is his chin and his survival abilities. You have to have this when you're in there with a fighter like Janibek, and you also have to have top-notch conditioning. In his bouts, what we have seen from Denzel is he's a mover. He sticks his punches. He can punch in combination. But in this fight, I'm worried if he's going to keep on the move and let his hands go, or is he going to shell up and decide to not engage? We're hoping for more of a competitive fight because that's what people want to see, and Janibek has yet to really be tested. I'm not so certain that Bentley is the man for that task of bringing out the test, but you can never count a fighter out. You always have to give a man a chance that decides to suit up, glove up, and get in there and test himself. One test that Denzel is going to have to endure is Janibek's inside body work. He is the consummate guy, almost like a Julio Cesar Chavez. When he gets inside of you, he's banging the body with hooks to the body, uppercuts to the body, well-placed uppercuts to the chin and left hooks to the chin and overhand rights to the head. So much that it is almost relentless in his aggression, and he's tearing into his opponent. He has yet to meet someone who can offer that back, but he is also the type of personality that seems to welcome the opportunity for someone to meet him at that level. Will Denzel Bentley be up to task? We will have to see. Recent fights have seen Janibek just go through opponents. I mean, he has been on a tear with KO after KO after KO. Denzel Bentley will be better moving, giving angles, sticking the jab, tying him up. I have to question whether Denzel Bentley's strength to tie him up on the inside will be enough to slow Janibek's aggression. Denzel will be good to also get body work in himself. If he doesn't do these things, he will find himself out of there very quickly. So his mobility is essential in this fight. But that doesn't mean he cannot do these things. It just means that with the proper focus and conditioning, he has to know that he got to get through at least the first 4 to 5 rounds in order for his own personal game plan to be in full effect. Fighters like Janibek, who are accustomed to getting rid of fighters early, they don't always condition themselves to go long distances. They condition themselves to get through a storm. Usually when they're fresher, they can be at an advantage in this instance, and that may be what Janibek is banking on. A lot of fighters like he, who have found early knockouts, rely upon this. Fighters say all the time, I train to go 12, 15 rounds, but it's not really true because it's according to the output and what you see. The greater a man puts out early on, the more that you are inclined to know he doesn't have any intention to go late. In steps Janibek's coach and mentor, who can definitely make a difference in this fight for him with championship experience, James Buddy McGirt. McGirt is a former champion himself and has had success in boxing, working with fighters and mentoring them, showing them the keys toward victory and success. As long as Janibek is dedicated and will listen to Buddy, he will be well guided. And that's something that you always have to hang your hat on when you have a quality corner man who has world championship experience, both with himself, with his own career, and having guided other fighters on that same path. So a great check mark in the column for Janibek for having McGirt along for his journey. The more he listens to James, the better off he will fare in this sport. Now, when we talk about what is the best for Denzel, it begins with his conditioning and mental approach to this fight. He has to be able to get through the first 4 to 5 rounds and survive enough of that to have not put himself in very much jeopardy. Can he do that? This is what we have to tune in to see. Otherwise, the Janibek show will roll on. And believe you me, this is a fighter that they are promoting to be another new face out of Kazakhstan. Triple G is getting older and he'll be soon on his way. Lomachenko is getting older. He'll be soon on his way. They need fresh blood to hold that down. And at the age of 29, Janibek is entering his prime. Let me know what you think about this fight, and if you find Janibek Alimkhanuly an exciting fighter to watch for future. This is Stormy B-Man. Shout out to the mighty LDBC and Liberated Perspective, a third eye view of the world. For more content such as this, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Let's talk about Janibek Alimkhanuly. Peace to everyone out there, and everyone please remain safe.